When it comes to playoff basketball, the intensity can be unmatched, but so can the toll it takes on players. For the Golden State Warriors, the 2024 postseason was expected to be a showcase of greatness, especially with Steph Curry leading the charge, but the Warriors' championship hopes took a huge hit when Curry went down with a grade 1 hamstring strain during the opening quarter of Game 1 in their Western Conference semifinal series against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Steve Kerr, the Warriors' head coach, didn't mince words when asked about the root cause of Curry's injury. While many observers immediately pointed to the physicality of playoff basketball, Kerr had a much deeper gripe: the NBA's scheduling and its impact on player health. According to Kerr, the grueling, congested playoff timetable directly contributed to the injury that sidelined Curry for the next 4 games, ultimately hindering the Warriors' ability to advance past the Timberwolves. The grind of the playoff schedule, Kerr's target. In a candid interview with Yahoo Sports' Tom Haberstroh, Kerr laid the blame squarely on the NBA's tight scheduling. For Curry, it wasn't just about a single game. The strain was a culmination of back-to-back high-minute performances in the prior series, compounded by minimal recovery time. You're playing 3 games in 5 days, traveling across the country, and you're doing it on heavy legs, Kerr explained. No one is going to want to admit it, but the scheduling plays a role in this. Kerr went on to say that while the NBA's financial model thrives on high-stakes, action-packed postseason games, this very structure leads to injuries. I think all the complaints about wear and tear in the scheduling are completely valid, but they fall on deaf ears, Kerr lamented. It's about the money. The league will never prioritize player health over profit. Curry's hamstring injury was just one casualty in a broader trend of fatigue-related setbacks in the league. From Jayson Tatum's knee issues to Damian Lillard's lingering discomfort, the crowded schedule has become a ticking time bomb for players already performing at elite levels. But it was Curry's injury that became the most notable example of how the NBA's demand for more games can directly impact the health of its stars. Gordon's comments echoed a larger concern. The NBA's current schedule places too much strain on players, especially those who are carrying their teams deep into the postseason. He continued, it would just be nice to get 1 or 2 more days of rest throughout the playoffs. It's hard to compete at the highest level when your body is just worn out. In a season where the NBA has seen increased parity and physicality, the league's playoff system may need a serious overhaul to accommodate the players' health. What makes the NBA so thrilling, its nonstop pace and sky-high expectations, also makes it a nightmare for players' bodies. Every extra game and minute on the court can mean the difference between championship glory and injury-induced failure. For Kerr, this issue isn't just about one player or one team. It's about the bigger picture. We've got to try something, he said. This is bigger than the coaches, the players, the teams, and the owners. It's going to take all parties, players' associations, coaches' associations, owners, the league, and even TV partners to come together and make adjustments. This wasn't just a moment of frustration for Kerr, it was a call for action. If the league truly wants to preserve its stars and ensure that teams can put their best foot forward in the postseason, change is inevitable. Kerr knows, however, that getting the NBA to shift its priorities won't be easy. The bottom line is, people aren't going to give up money for the sake of player health, he said. But if we keep pushing players past their limits, there won't be any players left to watch. Looking forward, what needs to change? The fallout from Curry's injury is a wake-up call, but whether it will spark change remains to be seen. The NBA has always been driven by its marquee players, and when those stars are sidelined, the league risks losing its most marketable assets. If the league truly values its players as much as it values its TV deals, then there must be a reckoning. A future where NBA stars like Curry, Tatum, and Lillard remain healthy and on the court could hinge on the willingness of all involved to make changes before it's too late. The NBA playoff schedule might need an overhaul, but until that happens, one thing is clear. The race for the championship is as much about staying healthy as it is about skill and strategy. The Warriors' hopes for a deep run were dashed not by lack of talent, but by the system that made it nearly impossible for their star to stay in one piece.